Crypto Kids, tomorrow is very important because we have the FOMC, and in this quick video, I just want to tell you what to expect in the next 21 hours when we do get the FOMC press conference, which, by the way, is going to be streamed on the Moonshow channel like we always stream it. It's famous. It's our famous stream. We do the FOMC every single time. We've done it for the past 3 years, so you can find it on the Moonshow tomorrow at 9:40 p.m. GMT plus 4. All right, so what is the market saying we're going to do? It's 100% probability. I've not seen a probability of 100% for one specific rate in a long time on the CME Fed watch. It looks like the market is pricing in the rates to be not changed. I'm quite surprised. I would have even anticipated a chance that we saw a rate hike, just given how much inflation has risen for the month of March. That was reflected on the 12th of April. It was a 3.3% CPI reading, 90 basis points higher than where we were for February data release. And of course, we're going to get the next CPI data going into middle of May. I'm personally expecting it to be closer to 4%, purely based off of how crude oil is performing. Crude oil is situated around $99 per barrel, $97 per barrel. And the more we wait here, the more that the Strait of Hormuz is closed, the more that global supply chain gets disrupted, the more that energy does not meet the demand, and that causes things to remain at elevated price levels. We analyzed the CPI data together, and we found out that the reason for the increase of 90 basis points was predominantly from rising energy costs. And the more that energy costs stay at where they are, inflation just will rocket to the moon. And in this environment, can you expect the Fed to cut rates? No, it would be absolute idiocy to expect the Federal Reserve to cut rates at in such an unpredictable, uncertain time where inflation is increasing. I get it, the labor market is facing issues, but I think the risks to inflation to the upside are far more greater to risks to labor market in the negative side. So I think that Powell is going to talk in a hawkish tone. In the last FOMC press conference, if you'll remember, they said that they didn't have enough data to extrapolate and speculate how the ongoing conflict will affect inflation and therefore affect interest rates. They said they will take it on a meeting by meeting basis. It's been now 2.5 months since the conflict began. I think they have way more data to say, okay, this is, if they continue closing the Strait of Hormuz, even if they did it tomorrow, the effects on inflation are not going to go away immediately overnight. So I think they're going to be hawkish. We're not expecting a rate cut, unbelievably, basically until December of 2027. There is no expectation of a rate cut. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Bitcoin is sitting at $76,400. You guys know the drill. For the lower time frames, you know that we're still in a bear flag. You know that Bitcoin is following the midterm years beautifully. Please do not fall for the trap of thinking this time is different, thinking we're in an extended bull cycle until proven otherwise. Why would you abandon a system that has worked for cycle after cycle and it's working now? Why would you abandon it just based off of emotional trading? No, look at the facts. Look at 2026, that is the red line. Look at the year 2022, which is the purple line. Look at how in sync we are. Look at what happens from May and onwards. Sell in May, go away. They don't say that for no reason. Remove 2022. Take a look at 2018, another midterm year. Look at what happens in May. Sell in May, go away. So for me, I'm accumulating as much Bitcoin as I can, even at 76,400, because nothing is guaranteed. What is guaranteed for me is that Bitcoin is going to go to millions of dollars eventually. So no point on sitting on the sidelines waiting for lower prices, but I'm careful with my levered trading. I'm not opening long positions now. I think that is also utter idiocy. So that's my viewpoint on the market tomorrow. What is the volatility that we will expect? Will it be to the positive or negative way? Logically, from where we stand here with the data we see in front of us as of 29th of April, 1 a.m., it shouldn't change much because the market is already priced in 100% chance of rates staying the same. I don't think there's really a chance at all. If we forget about the CME group and the Fed Watch probability table, they will not cut rates. I really do not think they're going to cut rates. It would make Zero. It would not make any sense at all. They could even hike rates, maybe not in this meeting, but in June or July. For now, I think the market is going to get it correct. They usually get it correct. I don't think Bitcoin is going to see too much of a price swing. Then we will go into the press conference where the press ask Fed Chair Powell news. That segment is completely unpredictable. Depending on question, depending on Fed Chair Powell's mood, we may get something different. I think he will touch upon the fact that the DOJ has dropped the probe on him, which would mean that Kevin Warsh technically has a green light to become Fed chair in the middle of the year. Maybe he comments on that, and that could impact markets. We'll see. We'll live stream it and find out all together. That is basically it for today's video. I just wanted to give a quick update for the FOMC expectation. How is inflation holding up? How that's going to translate to results for the event tomorrow. When I zoom out to the long term, I've got some bad news. I mean, we know that all of our altcoins are down massively. And one of my friends were asking me this morning, like, do you think, Crypto Kid, we're going to see altcoin season? Is it something we may experience in 2027? And I told him, I mean, first of all, I ran into this tweet from Caitlin. She says that Crypto Bahamas was only 4 years ago. Crazy that was only 4 years ago. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies went from a place of seen completely as a scam to now an institutional asset. I think it's very impressive, and it's another reason why I think buying Bitcoin right now is very fair. But when we look into super cycle, when we look into altcoin season, these things, they need dramatic amounts of liquidity to be injected into the economy for us to get Bitcoin going to massive new all-time highs, like 300, 400, 500K for altcoins to recover. Just take a look at the last cycle. Take a look at 2020. Take a look at 2021. Altcoins, this is total 3, so everything apart from Bitcoin and Ethereum. You saw this huge rally on altcoins, massive altcoin season. Look at the interest rate. The interest rate was almost at 0%, right? So now we're at still around 4%. We have to come down a very long way in order to see similar gains. When we look at the dot plot, that gives us an extrapolation to extended time intervals. Like, there is no expectation of a severe rate cut even in the year 2029. So it's going to be me, crypto uncle, with some more white hair, and that's probably when we're going to get altcoin season from the looks of it. Maybe it's going to come in earlier on, but based off of current data, like, even in 2029, the monetary conditions would not translate into altcoin season in the way that we knew it. It doesn't mean that altcoins will not see gains like it did during the bull market. I believe for sure that it will, based off of my opinion. I think we will see gains here and there, but is it going to be at the size of 2020, 2021? Well, until we get rates to zero and dramatic amounts of money printing, no. And until 2029, it looks like that's not what's going to happen. Am I saying that Bitcoin will never go up again? No, we don't need 0% interest rates for Bitcoin to go up, as demonstrated by the entirety of the previous cycle. But if you want to see super cycle, if you want to see Bitcoin going up like 1,200% in about a year, then yes, you need severe amounts of money printing. If you don't see it, it's going to be a laddered escalation with not too much of euphoric short-term price scenarios that we want to and we really miss from the previous cycle. That's my update. I'm continuously accumulating Bitcoin. Tomorrow we're going to live stream, and we will evaluate from there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're looking for a place to be trading the volatility tomorrow, then do go ahead and check out the links in the description below this video to get the best bonuses available when you sign up to the exchanges using the links in the description, because you will get the best bonuses available. Shout out to our partners and sponsors, Weeks, LoveX, BTCC, Ubit, and Bybit for making this video a reality. And shout out to, of course, you guys who have not destroy the like button, destroy the like button, but a bit more to the people who destroy the like button. Thank you, and I'll see you all in FOMC tomorrow. Bye-bye.